Hey. Hello, whoever's there, friend or foe. Hey Ed, how's it going? I just got a beer out of which hand now. I had too much to drink yesterday. Just a bit tired. I didn't go out while about 11:30, so I didn't eat anything. So I went for an all-you-can-eat breakfast. Sitting outside, can you see the stars? I was watching Tiffany Haddish this morning, and she's very, very funny, very, very nice. Can you see the lights of Las Vegas from where you live? Just wondering whether to go to the dentist. Maybe I should have waited until I'm sobered up a bit. Still a nice day here today. Temperature's still warm. Fucking November, still warm. I might pay the mother-in-law the money that I owe her. Then that's the last big debt to pay off. Is there, Death Valley? Are there like cafes or hotels in there? Okay, just because when you hear of Death Valley, you just think it's just a desert, and well, you know what I mean. It's just there's nothing there, and it's one of the hottest places on earth or something. So then there's a main road that goes through it. Does the main road go all the way through it, or does it like come to an end? Oh, they're salt flats. Okay. No, it's from last night. I didn't get out of bed until about 11 o'clock. I still had my shirt and tie on. So last night I went into town with two odd shoes on, black shoes, because I couldn't find the other one. So this morning, last night I had a pair of red shoes, but red work boots, but now I can only find one red work boot. I think Mike's in America. Oh, no, you've got boobs. UK, I forgot. There was someone else the other day, same time as you, he was in America. I can't even remember that now. Oh, that's right, yeah, Lancashire, yeah. I remember now. Guess we were talking about Bamber Bridge. Yeah, the fucking Daily Mail, yeah, was it new cases down by 30%? And it's still fucking 30,000 new cases. In Japan, it's about 200. So, did you support Blackburn at that time when they won the First Division? When they won the title? $4,000, I don't get that joke. Is it a joke? Okay. It just made a change from fucking the usual people winning the league, that's all. Don't mention the war. The War of the Roses. Yeah, it's a good song. Yeah, I'm totally lost now. Yeah, I know the Baja, man, but what's that got to do with Lancashire and $4,000? Is Lancashire famous for having potholes? You know, you don't see many potholes in Japan. But it seems that maybe there are other countries that have potholes as well. I don't think England is on its own. Okay, so there are other parts of America there. What do you think about, what's his name, that fucking Jake Paul? So he's going to fight Tyson Fury's brother, and all the world wants him to get fucking knocked out. December the 18th. Of course, but it's a all the whole family's despicable. Brother, the father. Yeah, don't forget, he's got a massive following, hasn't he? So I think maybe one or two of those fights, the people who paid for it didn't feel too happy about it. But it's just one of those things. Everybody wants to pay for it to see him get the fuck knocked out. KSI, I don't know, is he, what you mean boxing? Yeah, well, the KSI, at least he looks like a decent guy. Yeah, no, he is, yeah. Is he talking to his brother again yet? So I tried to upload a video today of me it wasn't this restaurant, another gusto, shouting at this little kid, but it didn't record the sound. But isn't he a rapper as well, that KSI? Now, it's, I don't know, maybe coming up to 2 o'clock. Did you have a time change in America? Yeah, they don't have one in Japan. Because usually the time difference between here and LA is 8 hours, or where you are, 8 hours. but now it's 7 hours. And what time is it in England now? Is it 9 hours difference now? Five a.m. So that's right. Yeah, 9 hours. Yeah, they should definitely change it back in whoever has it in the Western world. Because mainly that extra hours for the farmers. No, but they don't have, they don't have harvest for the all year round. They only have harvest like for a certain few days or weeks. And there's technology now. Apparently, the children's accidents on the road increase. Oh, really? So the state can choose? Wow. Yeah, just for that reason alone, it should change. Yeah, just some farmers are greedy bastards, selfish. Oh, so last night I ended up walking to the. Well, that's what I wanted to talk about. So in the hub, you can't talk to other people in the hub. And there was this girl at this table, and I was talking to her, and I'm sat like over a meter away from her, and I says, "Oh, there's a nice bag." She was nothing special, but she like to an old man. She's all right. And the guy came over, and he says, "Oh, you can't talk." And the girl actually thanked him because I had to stop talking to her. Then there were two other guys, Japanese guys in the bar. They were talking to a Japanese girl. Same thing. He went to them. But it's two friends coming together. Two friends can talk with each other, but they probably haven't seen each other for a while, you know. So this is fucking stupid. It's to stop people spreading the COVID. But it's got no basis behind it. If people are talking in the bar, you can talk. So if you're opposite your friend on a table and there's someone sat at the side of you, there's screens between the tables. You can't talk to the person at the side of you. If this continues, they're going to lose fucking. People aren't going to go in. So I went and sat outside talking to some other girls and guys, and he came out again. Not drinking now, yeah, I've just had a beer. I've got a little bit left. I don't think I'll have another one. Going to the water, I think. But this is only the hub that does this. Does it, if Arizona sticks to the same time and the states around it have got different times, doesn't that create a problem, some problems? I'm just going to get some water. Yeah. Hey. I remember because when I was in, that bridge, and I just thought that was funny that if you're at 3 o'clock at one, if it's 3 o'clock at one side and then you go over the bridge and it's like 2 o'clock on the other side of the bridge, I thought that was funny. And I remember don't worry, they can get 400,000 off Joe Biden. Yeah, it's a phone, yeah. It's a Farway. But see, I dropped my other Farway and it was folks. So I've got this one, but I didn't fully realise the problems having this phone war. So I can do shorts from this phone. I can upload shorts, but I cannot upload videos from this phone because it doesn't. The company doesn't have a contract with the Google. So what I had, someone thought of a solution around it. So what this solution does, it makes Google thinks that this phone is a P20 or a P30. But this is actually a P40. Yeah, I think I'm getting a bit of notoriety in this area. I was doing something on the truck and I heard someone shouting Bacchiaro there, so they're saying fucking call him a fool, shout fool or something like that. So I'm just wondering if there's some, I get a feeling there was something on television regarding me. Well, for one thing, it could be I don't wear a mask. And I've seen another guy in a Brazilian, he doesn't wear a mask. And that it could be that, I don't know. Someone might be making a story on that. But also my house is very messy. Plus I shout a lot at people. Because it's not a habit I'm into. No, it's not, but he doesn't sit well on the beard. And if I had to wear it in the job for 8 hours a day, I couldn't do that job. I couldn't do it. But like say, there's the last restaurant I was in, they required that you wear a mask. So I put one on. On the train, I put one on. If I've got one, I put one on. The bar I went into last night, you need a mask on. And if you go to the bar to get a drink, you need to put your mask on. But a lot of the time you see Japanese people and they've got the mask on and they forgot all about it, and it's just like, it's just hanging from the side of the head. It's just, sometimes it just looks so silly. That's another reason. They're all over the place on the road. I don't know if it's flu season, but there's no, isn't it too warm for flu season at the moment? You know, I don't know if it was just the Daily Mirror scaring people, but they were saying like 50,000 deaths from flu in Britain. I did buy a plastic mask once, and there's also a visor you can, like a helmet, what you can get. I've seen that on Instagram, but it's about 5,000 yen, which it looks cool, but 5,000 yen, a bit pricey. That's the strangest thing I've seen, when people are in cars by themselves and they put a mask on. Yeah, it is, you know, but in Japan they were wearing masks a long time before the fucking pandemic. Not only that, they were also putting alcohol on the hands a long time before the pandemic. I don't know why. What do you mean? You've got your shoes on and don't realise until I know. I don't understand that. What do you mean you're supposed to take your shoes off when you get in the house? Or do you wear special shoes to work or something? Oh, okay. But even it's been over 1 year now, I guess, 18 months. Or the glasses on your top of your head. I've been asked to wear a mask probably less than 20 times. But in England, they're still far way too high, the new cases. Like in New Zealand, it only took one person to fucking spread it through the country on a flight from Australia. And there are 3 places in the North Island. They're going into lockdown, I think, as Murray was telling me last night. But I have noticed things are getting busier in the town and in Nagoya. So maybe it's slowly coming back to normal. The people, a lot of people, that wear glasses and they put the glasses on the top of their head. I almost put food in my mouth the other day. Well, I did. I got the mask on and I was trying to eat something. Maybe I'll have another beer, then I'll have a good sleep. Are you still there, Ed? They changed the recipe for the lemon sour. It's fucking no taste sweet whatsoever. Because you used to get that really tangy taste, and it was nice, really tangy, refreshing taste. But now, it's fucking no taste whatsoever. There is in Japanese folklore, there is a very famous character called Mimi-nashi no, what's his name now? I forget his name now. It's Mimi-nashi no something. And so what they did, they thought there was a ghost at this temple or something. And so what they did, they painted like phrases all over this guy's head, all over his head and his body, so the spirit couldn't find him. But they forgot to put these mantras on his ears, and so when the ghost came, he stole his ears, and it was called Mimi-nashi no ears. I'll ask the waitress when she comes. Have you heard that one, Ed? Bit of a boring anecdote there. Thank you, So, Mimi-nashi no namae wa nani? No, Mimi-nashi. Mimi-nashi no.
Oichi.
Oichi. So it's Mimi-nashi Oichi. Oh, thanks. Arigato, sensei. Next time I'll ask her, I'll say, can we go out? Because she's quite cute, this woman. Am I still broadcasting? Can somebody say yes or no? Yeah. Well, you've seen the old guy, the 90-year-old, and his son, I think, he's divorced now, but he had a wife and she was like conned into that, and I think she was giving him a lot of money, so he kicked her out. So there are cases of a lot of these temples. What they do, they adopt. If they can't make any children, they adopt children, and so when they pass on, the children take over the dynasty. As soon as I'd be tempted to start a new life in a different country, raid the raid the coffers. I think some of them drive about in big Mercedes. Not all of them, but some of them definitely do. Yeah, has there ever been any killings or anything like that? You know, where money's involved. Have you ever been to Holland, Michael, Ed, and they get that comb on the top of your beer and they comb it off? Oh, really? Wow, so there was something then. Oh dear. And that's where you got the idea from, Ed. Fucking hell. Don't upset those guys then. Yeah, but don't forget that's just the one person, Michael. I once read a book, I can't remember the name of the book, many, many years ago. And it was about a woman that used to work for the American government. This is a novel. And their son was severely injured surfing in Hawaii. And because of her connections, she managed to get him the best medical help. But the story involved, I forgot. I was just hoping someone could have read the book and remind me what it was. But she was living in Japan and the son came to Japan. Involving Yakuza, all sorts. No, no. I don't watch the news and don't read the papers, so no one mentioned it to me. Do you think Kylie Jenner will finish with her boyfriend? My family is surrounded by tragedy. Tragedy, that's a good song, that one. I'd like to, that'd be nice. Yeah, I've seen one or two of these Millie Bobby Brown and a few others. They come online and then they talk about something and say, go and buy this product, make me even richer. All thanks to a cocksucking daughter. Would you pay? Would you pay to see a video where Caitlyn Jenner is sucking cock? Ray J's. Well, that's that joke's a bit subtle, isn't it? Oh dear. Did you make that one up yet, or you heard it? It sounds like a Bill Maher joke. Yeah, Bill Maher was having a go. Like all the millennials are blaming all people like us. I'm supposed to be a fucking, what do you call it? a boomer. This is what pisses me off. They say I'm a boomer. I was born like fucking 14 years after the war ended. So that's not really a fucking boomer. Maybe in America, you know, if it's like everybody had settled down like 5 years. Yeah, what's it, millennials age up to 38? No, but they're blaming us for because we're warming the world. But it turns out it's the people, it's the young kids with their little one-use bottle of fucking water. And like servers, what I'm talking now, all these people that are on the fucking phones all the time, 5-10 hours a day, including me, and they need these servers, and these servers are using a lot of fucking electricity. So they're signing their own death. I don't know about that because I never used to drink bottled water. I used to drink bottled beer though. I'm trying to think what we used to do. Maybe we just drink water at home. Oh, he's getting at me head. It doesn't matter though, does it? Because they use a hell of a lot of them, don't they? I mean, it's not like it's for lighting where you, hello ML. So it's not like it's for lighting where you can actually use the LEDs. Oh, good. Good to hear. Oh, really? Well, that's good. Is that real though? Because they've got a lot of fucking servers. Where is their solar power? Where are the monitors? The reflectors. For example, they could say that they're carbon neutral, but they could be paying like a small nation. This is what I didn't get about this small nation thing. Everybody has an allowance, and that fucking. I think that was made up by Al Gore and his fucking mates, which made him a fucking billionaire. Yeah, they pledged to become carbon neutral. There's a young Pakistani American comedian. He's either Indian or Pakistani American comedian, And he explained, all these, and he explained about all these people who were like giving away fucking scholarships or giving away money, and all it actually was just a plan to defer taxes, so they didn't, so they weren't really they weren't really being philanthropic. They were just fucking saving taxes, and that's what quite a lot of people did. So they say they're gonna give a load of money away to fucking young people, student, whoever, charities, but it's like fucking 10 years down the line. In Japan, if you're doing well, they ask you to pay your taxes 6 months in front. So if you're earning like, let's say you're earning 20 million, 30 million a year yen, they ask you to pay off of those taxes after 6 months. So there's no fucking getting away with it. Have you guys seen like one of these, supposed to be like fucking, he's called Gary V. Chuck or something like that. And apparently for the first 14 years, from being 15 to 30, he made millions for his family, and then he started to make millions for himself. Yeah, fucking believe that, Gary. But he's got like many followers, and he's supposed to be a fucking multi-millionaire or billionaire. And is going to fucking, what do you call them in America? You know, where you do a garage sale. And he's screwing, thinking he's a fucking big businessman. He's screwing down people. So he's got this guy like a basket load of fucking cars for sale for, I don't know, fucking $50 or something like that. And then he walks away talking to camera, and he goes, what I'll do, I'll try to get those for $40. What a fucking loser. It's like he's showing everybody how to be a fucking good businessman. Am I still broadcasting? There's no comments after that. Thanks. Oh no, I was just, what I did, I went to check settings. But sometimes it'll say like Wi-Fi, and it'll tell you the name of the Wi-Fi supplier, and then it'll be cut out from that place, and it'll tell you to like reinstate the Wi-Fi supplier. So like the agreement, so you'd have to press agree, and then you can start Wi-Fiing again. Can't believe this fucking weather. It's been like this for ages. Yes, like I say, sometimes some people, if I don't see a comment for a minute or two, then I start to think maybe it's the Wi-Fi is cut out. It's you and your fucking servers, Ed. Maybe we should stop 24-hour television and the internet. Was there any football on the weekend in England? Have we got a fucking world? Have we got a world match coming up? World Cup match coming up? Oh, it's in Qatar, isn't it, next year? Good luck getting into a cheap hotel in Qatar next year. Have you seen that guy that charges like extraordinary prices for fucking chops in racks of meat in London? Looks like his game's up. He's going to the Middle East. He better not fucking. He better not serve up a pork chop by mistake. Is ML still there? Where did you ML? Are you still there? Where did you go on your date? Ed, would you go out with a girl from Algeria if she got progeria? Oh, cool. That's different to usual, isn't it? If someone asked me to do that, I think I'd be a bit concerned they were trying to sell me. Hey, last night near Nagoya Station, I noticed there was a Michelin-starred restaurant, sushi. Might take my daughter there. Oh, I could with a birthday, yeah. So for some reason, I stayed at the Nagoya Station. I plucked myself down maybe with a drink. And as I was waiting there, I saw this big figure coming towards me. And it was this American guy that I'm Facebook friends. So he bought me a beer. And then I fucking couldn't, later on I couldn't find a nearby toilet, I nearly fucking pissed my pants. Or didn't I end up fucking pissing? There was like this barrier of plants out near in this hallway, and I just fucking pissed in that. So I'm hoping there's no fucking cameras. Do a plastic plant's head. Now they're pissed. They're pissed on plastic plants. I did get quite a few leaks down the troughs I've got them now, but I did get a massive outflow. See, I've got a heart up conscience head. I used to do that quite a lot when I came to Nagoya. Have a beer and then have a glass of water with it as well. Maybe I'll start doing that again. But they're all lurkers, yeah. I've been getting quite a few downvotes recently. I don't know if you saw, there's a video where I went and shouted at this guy that he was fucking using a leaf blower at fucking 6 o'clock in the morning, before 6 o'clock in the morning. That video has been lifted and shared. Jason hasn't been on in a while. The police might be building a case against me. Yeah, but fucking 6 o'clock in the morning. Well, they used around your area as 6 people watching, 5. Oh yeah, I was talking to these. I don't know if you're on that feed the other day. I was talking to my neighbour, and he said he was going with his mate to Okinawa for 20,000, which seemed a very decent deal. I remember we went to Spain once in March, and it was fucking. It was that cold. I think we used to go into the sea and swim, and then the pool was really close to the sea, and then we would go and jump in the pool to warm up because the pools was a few degrees warmer. They could probably get free English lessons. Well, as long as they're not wanking on it. Hey, that beard I had when I was telling that little girl to stop crying, it looked fucking, hey, it was massive. That's what I'm trying to think now, which is the best thing to do for my beard. Should I put olive oil on it? Fucking. Or just normal conditioner? I was just going to say maybe it's Geek that's watching. I honestly was. All right, Geek, how's it going? I honestly was going to say that. Maybe it's Geek that's lurking. Oh dear. What time have you got your place, Geek? You got at 9:30, 10:30? So you and Ed, you're on the same time scale. Yeah, then. Yeah, I suppose it's good that you know. Well, I suppose because I know sometimes I come on at 4 or 5 o'clock, and maybe it's a bit late for you guys, but it's. You still got that second. Are you not getting tired of it yet, Geek? You can't. What is the Geek? What is the cheapest wine you can get that tastes okay, like box wine? I had some wine from the local supermarket in a plastic bottle. It was fucking awful. Oh my god. What the fuck does that taste like? There's a sparkling sake. There is actually a sparkling sake. It's fucking awful. What? 5 litres for $4. Fucking hell, man, that is cheap. That is fucking cheap. $4. Oh my god. Okay, might try it then. Fucking $4 for a gallon of fucking wine. There's no point in giving a homeless a fucking house. After drinking a gallon of that, he wouldn't be able to find it. Yeah, but I don't think that's on sale there. I don't think any bars come up with that idea. A gallo of that. Give me a gallo of that shit. What's it like? Can you drink it? It's got to be awful for that fucking price. Yeah, $9 is for a. That's because. Well, in Britain, a gallon is 5 litres. Van de Table. Fuck man, that's cheap, isn't it? Great place to have a bar, selling that behind the bar at those fucking prices. What's the cheapest you can get a glass of wine for in a bar? Because it's not fucking cheap in England. Even now, they have doubled their prices here, and it's still like $2 American dollars. Because the dollar's not parity anymore to the yen. I think the dollar is about 109 yen. I don't know what it's like in America for what is your standard serving, but in Britain it's like 125 cc for a serving of wine, which is it's like a mouthful. I think in Japan it's 180 cc, somewhere around there. $1,850. That's not a typo. What happened if you fucking drop one of those? What the fuck? I suppose it's all the fucking film stores that's buying that. My friend, the old guy, he's got his own wine cellar behind his office desk. Wow. So I wonder, has there never been a film about something like that getting robbed? Did you see that in America, in Canada, where they stole a load of fucking maple syrup? I mean, they stole like hundreds or thousands of fucking casks of maple syrup. So they've got live guards in the. I'd be fucking drinking that stuff. I found a laptop at one of my pickups yesterday. I'm not sure if it's working. It's a bigger laptop than mine. Yeah, guess that, man. I was telling, Ed earlier. I've been watching Tiffany Haddish. She's quite very funny. She speaks Japanese as well. I don't know how much Japanese. She speaks Japanese. She had a rough childhood. She's a hoarder, and she's got a messy bedroom. And she's a stand-up comedian. We've got so much in common, apart from the amount of money. Oh, I had a pint of Guinness last night as well, amongst other things. Oh, I hope it's better than the fucking dialogue in that fucking Squid Game. I don't know if you saw my shorts. Have you seen these? Fucking 100 yen. They work brilliantly. Oh. Just gonna go for a poop. I'll leave this here just in case you can see some. Ed, you skebby bastard. It ramps up. No, we don't need these sexual innuendos, geekhead. Ramen's feet. Is that fucking... So there was this Roman you know, these old Roman galley ships, galley slave ships. And anyway, so out of the blue, all the slaves on the rowing boats, they all get like fucking steaks. You get fucking steak, thank you. You get steak in the morning, fucking lamb in the afternoon, and a nice curry for the evening supper. He says, and one of the slaves asked the fucking crew, he says, why are we getting all this extra food? He says, he says, the captain, because he wants to go water skiing tomorrow. I did not know that. Was the joke funny? I think that was one of my dad's jokes. When you look at how people we used to treat each other, you know, make slaves of people over the last thousands of years. I think today's people, you know, working class have got it really fucking easy, haven't they? That sounds like you sound like a fucking Republican spokesman, geek. Does anyone else, you know, all this climate warming? Does anyone else like try to pair this with what happened? We know, you know, in the year 2000 with the computer stuff. $14. What's that for a fucking coffee? They're now, you know, in Japan, they are building Starbucks out of the city. Not in, for example, not in a mall, not in a supermarket. They're out of the city. Oh, wage. Oh, that's all right, isn't it? Is that a recent thing, or has it always been good money? But they won't be getting tips, will they? Not that fucking price for a coffee. When we went on holidays to Bali, the price of the coffee was still the fucking same price as it is in Japan. I think I have a Starbucks like twice a year, and I don't think like I had a large cappuccino, and that was fucking shite. You know, there was no strength in it. They just put extra milk in it. There was no strength to it whatsoever. I think it was Starbucks that fucked over the managers, didn't they? They said, "Oh, you're a manager. Well, I've only been here fucking 3 days. Doesn't matter. Now you're working 14 hours a day." Manager. Yeah, it's not very. I haven't had many. I would put it. I think maybe I would put it less than 20. I bet Geek's there all the time, showing off with his knowledge. I'm gonna if you come over to Japan, Geek, we'll have to do a quiz night somewhere. Yeah, then the fucking food that they have in Starbucks, that's mega expensive. Yeah, they have food in Starbucks, yeah. It's not fucking cheap and doesn't look great. Can container ships get into port? $7 egg McMuffin. Hey up, Murray. I mentioned you earlier today. I'm talking about these lockdowns in. What the fuck's happened with this? Talking about the lockdowns in New Zealand. So, you got a day off today, Murray? Or are you on a break? San Francisco to Kobe to. Oh, that's expensive, isn't it? What do you get for all food in that, yeah? There was some kind of incident on one of the trains with the joke, someone imitating the Joker or something. I bet it's not bad then, no? How long does it take? How many weeks? Apparently all the empty containers are causing a problem. I think if I won on the lottery, I think I'd do that. Be too scared to fucking fly. Okay, so you finished work, yeah? Shouting at his girlfriend. It's halfway between America and being in Hawaii and no? What am I talking about? You say you've done that before, geek? Forgot I was on camera. Picking a winner. A cargo vessel when there's all those fucking ferries. Was it cheaper? Oh, okay, yeah, that's a long trip. That's cheap, yeah. I've done that journey. We took that ferry. We took that ferry because we were doing that. We were doing the landing craft course in Holland, and when we came back, I was flying out to Spain, so we got off on the ferry, and then we had marine trucks, and we went to Manchester. I had a fucking pint in the mess at Manchester. Then I went to Manchester Airport, and the lads were waiting for me, and we were just 1 hour later we were on the fucking plane to Spain. I think it was Magaluf. So I'm glad nothing fucking went wrong there. And the British Telecom paid for my 2 weeks. I got 2 weeks pay from British Telecom, and then I got 2 weeks pay from the Marines as well. Happy days. Yeah, actually, in the Second World War, there were a lot of merchant marines that got beat up because people were asking them why weren't they fighting, and they were actually fucking on leave from one of the most dangerous jobs in the world. A very high death rate. What were the downsides of being a merchant marine? Getting bummed. The hooligan. We actually, when we was in Holland, we actually played against the Merchant Marine team, football. And I played for the Marines, and the Marine, I think they beat us. So I have actually represented my country for football. Yeah, they were fit, these guys. The Merchant Marines were fit. The physique. Yeah, I've never heard of that term before. Ah, okay, yeah. I was once spent most of the day with 3 Pakistanis and an Egyptian in a car. They're so fucking immature, these cunts. They're like little fucking kids. They were like in their 30s and they were talking like school children. So if I talk disparagingly about a Pakistani, I've got fucking good reason to. I don't know if this was possible, but I had an idea for these ships, and what they could have done is attach some kind of first shield underneath the waterline, so it would hit that shield first, like a fucking steel plate. So if the steel plate, then the explosion would occur away from the ship. Torpedo blisters. What's that? Hey, don't you slag Hirohito. He was a champion. You didn't know he was a decathlete, did you? Oh, there you go. So, great mind thinks alike. Did you? Well, when the British government, Margaret Thatcher, gave the orders to sink the Belgrano was heading back to port, but they still sank it. Now, because they denied doing this, the captain wanted proof, so he took the captain's log, because he was the captain, and he put it in his mother's house, not his own house. And what happened was someone broke into his mother's house, killed her, and then they took the log, so he didn't have any proof of what fucking Margaret Thatcher actually told him. I don't even know what Amos and Andy is. What they did, they had them on spitting images, or one of the satire program. It showed you like the Belgrano was in the exclusion zone. And then they showed he was this fucking Belgrano, like many miles, and they drew like a magnifying glass to include the Belgrano. Oh, okay. So they were missing. Okay. Yeah, I never heard that before. Ah, I see. So maybe Margaret was right then. Looks like they cried wolf once too many times. I shit corrected. No, but they could use they had the extra fuel tanks to they could launch the extra missiles from aircraft. I thought I remember at the time they used very up to date missiles for torpedoes. What is Kingfish wife? I don't know. Fuck, that doesn't sound so geek. What's up with torpedoes? I got these two shirts yesterday. I don't know if you want 990 yen, size 4 shirts. Fucking excellent. Yeah, I think I told you before. I had just joined the Reserve Marines, and I woke up when that war just started. I woke up in a cold sweat one morning. Geek, you are a mine of information. Well, the funny thing was that America had to make a decision not to be on the side of dictators in that war. Okay, where was the meeting that the American president Stalin and Winston Churchill had before D-Day? They had a big meeting. Where was it? Nope. or was it after the war? Yalta. Have you heard of that place? Play again, Sam. You know anything about Hungary? You know the Austro-Hungarian Empire. What kind of things did Hungary do in that empire? Which countries did they ransack? No, because when Russia took over Hungary in the 1950s, they didn't like being under communism for those 30 years or so. But surely Hungary, as what part of this empire, they must have put a lot of fucking countries under the knife. So it's just fucking karma, isn't it? So did they kill a lot of these people or what? I just want to be ready when a Hungarian fucking complains about communism. I was watching the Last Tsar. I haven't watched all of it. I don't. They said they had like 66 languages in that area. King Nick was not a nice man. You know, honestly, if things had been better for me or I'd known more, I think I would like to have studied history at university. Yeah, I was speaking there was one lad, he's from Croatia, and he's I think he's 13 or 14, he's still going to school, but he speaks really good, well, or he knows good English. I don't know if he speaks it because he's just typing, but he says he can speak Russian. No, but it's not just regional, but it's the countries they show. There were lots of countries in Russia. Like all the stands. I see. If you don't say that if you go to New Zealand. Don't say to any Kiwi, what is your root language? Turik? Is that Turkish? Yeah? Yeah, I was watching. There's this guy on. I haven't seen him for recently, and he was in one of these Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, and he was talking about showing. He was showing like hotels and restaurants and places to stay, and it was really really cheap. Oh, okay, yeah, I've never heard that before. Spicy mabu tofu, I haven't had that for a while. You're a lucky man, Ed. I don't eat that often, but I do like it. Or you read about that guy in London with the tomahawk steak, charging a fucking fortune, and now he's moving from London to the Middle East, Dubai, somewhere like that. Fuck it, the steaks were like 800 quid. It's like $1,200. Fuck that. Market chilies is nice. But you get the sauce with the mabu tofu, don't you? It's actually got these packets from Japan. With chorizo, she was in with fucking John Travolta and the Australian girl. What was it? I can't remember the name of that fucking film now. What's the name of that film? The dancing film. What do you want? Ooh, ooh, ooh. You're the one that I want. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Honey. Olivia Newton-John, that's it. Just coming to me. Olivia Newton-John, John Travolta, and chorizo. Come on, guys, what's the name of that film? It won't come to me. Grease Lightning. It came to me. Grease Lightning? Lightning, Grease. That's it, Grease. Grease. Am I still broadcasting? Looks like I wasn't getting messages. I must have something happened. Do you eat any of the Filipino stuff? Oh my God, they're disgusting people. There's only one way to eat corned beef, brown sauce sandwich. How do Americans eat it? You have the same? You have the English, the sandwiches with brown sauce? HP, something like that? A1 sauce in America. You got some brown sauce, spicy brown sauce in America, haven't you? Yeah, I have the same opinion. It's fucking horrible. There's a Philippine cafe not too far away from me. It's a shop as well, and they sell like yakitori on sticks. Just looks fucking horrible. But I was looking at on Instagram and maybe Facebook. I was looking at some Turkish food. Like Turks are famous for like kebabs and things, but they've got some other great foods as well. Look at what's this kid doing? He's looking for some. I've gone. He's turned around now. He was prizing the fucking windows open, the blinds. Yeah, there was a fucking Philippine restaurant just up the road from me, but 3/4 of mile mysteriously burnt down in a fire. I talked to two mates that had actually been in it, and they said it was awful. And then I talked to a Filipino that had been in it, and he said the same thing. Oh, she's cute, big tits, massive tits. Wow. Oh yeah, definitely insurance, sell that down. Fires are so fucking rare. They're really, really rare in this area. German Adolf Hitler liked Indonesian food. His favourite was nasi goreng. What were you saying about Greek lightning. Yeah, Greek food's good. I've been a few times to Greece. I love the salads. They've got good food in Greece. Well, we went to Bali. I had the shits for 2 weeks. Yeah, okay, Ed, go on. Have you seen, have you seen that video where this guy, he asked his dad to get his son Minecraft for his birthday, and his dad misheard him and he got him Mein Kampf. Oh, really? Cheating Greek bastards. Yeah, and there's a video of it, and it shows you the book or the videotape or something in really good condition. And his son's saying to him, "Where did you get this?" Oh, dear. That would have been great if he'd have read the book or watched the video, and then it really affected. If it had been a fucking Jewish family as well, fuck man. It could have been a staged video, but it was still very, very funny. Did you ever see that photograph of Hitler in lederhosen? If they'd have dropped that photograph amongst all the troops that were fighting, they'd have just given up. Well, what do you expect? He was a fucking artist. Matt, so yeah, you have dumplings in America, don't you? I once went to the effort of making dumplings for a party I did. I didn't get to fucking eat one of them. Everybody fucking ate them. That might have been a nice compliment, but I would have liked to have eaten a fucking dumpling. Oh my God, is that all Irish food? Irish stew? Well, they had to get away from potatoes, didn't they? See, the biggest problem with the Irish, the dirty little bastards, once they, because things were going well in their lives, and they bred like fucking rats. And when the fucking famine came, there were too many mouths to feed. I haven't had any potatoes for it. I like potatoes. Oh, I had a little bit of yesterday. I had a little bit of mashed potato with the beef for 200 yen. That was quite good. No, I don't. Is that Dutch? Is that Dutch one? There was this African dude, or I'm guessing it was African. He was in the bar yesterday, and I was just, and I'm just thinking now, should I have gone up to him and gone, "Get out"? I wonder what his reaction would have been. Right, guys, I'm gonna get off. I'm gonna go and put a lotto on and go and have a sleep. It's been lovely chatting. I'll try to think of some questions for Geek on the Second World War next time I come on. Night, Ed. Night, Geek. Night, John Boy.